So I'm going to go ahead and start answering questions. Madeline says, this was the best paint party boot camp. Oh, how many of y'all had fun on the boot camp? And I want to know how many of y'all are teaching paint parties already, or how many of y'all are excited to sign up for Paint Party Headquarters? Some of y'all are in a place where you just want to learn right now, and that's okay. You don't have to all of a sudden take action. You can just learn. You can just, take a minute to pretend like this is a new job you're going to and give yourself some grace. So I ask you to give yourself at least 6 months, if not a year. If you're like so excited, get your feet wet. Start getting in there before we open this beast to the public, because when it opens to the public, we have hundreds and hundreds of people who join at a time. So I want you to get in there, get your feet wet, start getting an accountability group, start making those connections, building your relationships, and start learning what those possibilities are. If you pay tonight for the year, you get a month free. It will not charge you again until next year on this date. So you would get another month for free the next year. It would never go up for you, okay? So, in May, I'll have it for $37 a month. But like I said, we're gonna have a whole slew of people because we're opening to the public. This is only opening to you inside of the boot camp. So we did a surprise opening just for y'all in the boot camp. And Janine, so on a beginner party, how many should you have at a max? I would say if it's your first party and you're really nervous, I would do 10 max. If you're getting more signups and people are really excited, maybe, go to 15, but I would do what you're comfortable with and then say, hey, we only have 10 spots, sign up, prepay. And Lillian says, that's how you build your strategy plan. Yes, you want to make sure you are learning to market. You want to make sure you are learning. You've got to learn. You've got to give yourself grace with that. Judy says, do you do mother-daughter painting parties? If so, how much would you charge for it? Judy, that is a great question. Yes, you can do mother-daughter parties. And Mother's Day is coming up. Depending on what's going on in your world, that's a great time to have a paint party. You could charge, for example, you could charge $35 and you have both of them. You could charge, 20 each if you're doing a little craft together. Cheryl says, I just signed up for Paint Party Headquarters. Yay! Oh my gosh, Cheryl, I'm so excited. Cheryl, you are in for a treat because we have so much going on for you. Cindy says, I just paid. Woohoo, I'm in. You're stuck with me for at least a year. Cindy, oh my gosh. So some of y'all in Paint Party Headquarters will be wallflowers, okay? How many of y'all in Paint Party Headquarters are wallflowers? Some of y'all are not wallflowers and you're very, very active and you're, showing lives and you're showing different things. And I think of Tammy, she's probably on here. Tammy, I just love you so much. I know we have several Tammys and I get to see y'all's pretty faces at every meetings and I get to know you. And I love that. I love that about this Paint Party Headquarters group because I get to see what you're doing. Oh, Tammy's on here. She says, congratulations to all the new members. And Tammy, by the way, she is doing Facebook Lives like a beast. Oh my gosh, that woman is growing her page like crazy. And I just get so happy seeing you grow, seeing you learn, seeing you take action immediately. I don't think I've seen somebody take action so fast. And I love that. So Cindy, she says, you're stuck with me for at least a year. Well, I am very honored that you trust me. And I am very excited to get to know you more and help you. Okay, so Tamiko says, do we have to teach your designs as is or can we tweak them? Oh my gosh, you do not have to teach my designs at all. Okay, I'm doing this to give you designs fast so that you can book parties. But some people are only in here to learn the marketing strategies and the Facebook strategies. And y'all, I pay a lot of money for 2 business coaches. I have Stu McLaren as my business coach, and I also have Damon Oates as my business coach. So I am in both of their masterminds. So I pay a lot of money to be in there and to continually learn. And a lot of that trickles down to you for $37 a month. And let's see, Ella said, we have a lot of questions I'm being told. So I'm gonna answer fast. Oh, and for those of y'all that are a wallflower, it's okay. I am in some groups where I am totally a wallflower. I am so busy that I know I just need to grab what I need when I need it. And that's okay. It's totally fine. Okay. Ella says, how did you pick a name for your business? Ella, oh my gosh, I just did a Facebook Live on this last week talking about how to pick a name for your business. I have an entire training inside of Paint Party headquarters that you can grab on how to pick a business name. So much fun. We have, is it Legina? I think I'm saying that right, hopefully. Legina Roberts says, do you ask people to prepay with paint parties? Yes. Oh my gosh. Do not do a paint party if they're like, I'm going to pay when I get there. Nope. I teach you a profit every party to have prepays before you ever step foot in that door. I actually go as far as your prepays need to be a week ahead. Okay. And I teach you how to do that. Deborah says, will the price change for us in May if we join now? No, that is the great news. If you join, it is $37 a month for as long as you want to be a part of Paint Party headquarters. That price will never, ever go up for you. Okay. If you are in and then you cancel in 6 months and then you try to rejoin, yes, the price will go up. But as long as you stay in, it will stay $37. It doesn't matter if I have raised it to $199 a month. Yours will stay $37 a month inside of Paint Party headquarters. Okay, so let's see. Regina says, for virtual parties, do you send supplies to the participants? Regina, you just saw me do a version of a virtual paint party on night 1, and I did not send any supplies. However, there are many ways to do a paint party business. There are ways where you can just do a virtual paint party where they pay an amount and you teach them and give them a supply list, similar to what I just did. There's also ways where you can do a drop ship kit, which we share about inside of Paint Party headquarters. There's also ways where you can do just the art kit with a video. There's so many different ways. And oh, Sunny D. Oh my gosh, Sunny. She says, all signed up. Can't wait. Brenda asked, do you supply tables? Brenda, great question. I have in the past, but I refuse to do so anymore. Okay, here's what happened. One time I had taken my tables to this house, taken my tables and my chairs because they didn't have them. What happened was one of my little knobs on the chair came off of the chair, and one of the girls was sitting in that, and it was on brand new wood floors, and it scraped the floors to pieces. My heart sunk. I was like, oh my gosh, I just destroyed this person's home. I felt so awful. At that moment, I vowed to never bring tables and chairs to any private homes, places again. It's way too much work to bring tables and chairs, and I did that. So it ended up being okay. However, I don't recommend doing that. Have them bring their own out or go to a place that has them. Pamela says, what software do you use to make flyers? Canva. Canva.com will be your friend. We also, Pamela, have all the marketing materials already done for you, and we have them available to be edited. Okay. I say it like that because every time I say editable, I can't say that word. I don't know why I can't say that word, but we have them ready for you to have them edited. You can edit them. So we have everything ready. We actually pay a graphic designer to make beautiful flyers for you on every tutorial. So you can see an example of that in the one that we gave you for this one in the paint and business. So again, like I said, no hard feelings. If you are like, I did this, I'm happy, I don't want to move forward, again, it's okay. I know Paint Party headquarters isn't for everybody, and that's okay. I just want you to know it is available for you if you want to be a part of it. And we have tons of flyers for you. Dana says, where do you have flyers instructions printed if you don't have color printer? Okay, so Dana, that's a great question. If you don't have a color printer, which, you know, you don't have to get one right off the bat. And you can go to Staples. You can send it to somewhere local that can print it for you. Heather says, signed up. So excited to start teaching and have support. Heather, I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh. I hope you love it. And again, like I said, I am very, very honored. Beth says, I just signed up. Can't wait to get started. Valencia says, I just signed up. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. How many of y'all just signed up? y'all, I'm telling you, like, it's so exciting. Like, seriously, when I started teaching paint parties, there was not somebody out there that was openly and willingly giving information like this. And so I ended up creating this out of a need because I was teaching paint parties. And what happens when you get really good at something? People start asking, right? And I get teary-eyed because I can see the progress. I can see the process. Like when I was going through bankruptcy, I did not know why I was going through that. I did not have any idea that I would be sharing my testimony of how bankruptcy, from the destruction of that, how it ended up totally changing our world. And paint parties changed my life. And when you start getting good at something, what happens? People start asking, like, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? And they're like, what? Okay, what is happening? I went from, teaching full time to quitting my teaching job and doing paint parties full time. And then I started mentoring you online to how to do this. And I would have never in my wildest dreams would have thought I would have over 2,000 people that are, looking to me to help. And I feel so honored. And I am so thankful that I get to do this. Like, you have no idea how thankful I am that you trust me to help you. And I do not take it lightly. I do not take your investment in this lightly. I know for some of you, you're like, this is a lot of money. Like I said, I have been there. I have been totally bankrupt, not pretending. I literally have filed bankruptcy. I understand that. I understand the pain of that. I understand that. So when I am here to help you and want to help you make money, I'm serious about that. And I take that seriously. And let's see. We have Latanya says, who markets for the event at restaurants? Are we just inviting people that we know? So Latanya, when we talked about earlier, you sending that message, remember the search before that. You're going to find Facebook. You're going to go to Facebook and find restaurants that have an active Facebook page. The reason for that is so important because if you're brand new to this, you need to lean on a restaurant or a community club. We talk about country clubs and places like that that already have a built-in audience so that they can help you market and get people to your paint party until you start building a customer base. Eventually, you will grow and you will have your own emails and you'll have your own customer base that now you can pull from. But at the beginning, you've got to rely on others. And I'm teaching you to do that. Carla says, how would you charge for a kids party? Carla, I charge anywhere from $15 to $25 for a kids party. And it depends on what it is. So I teach you in here how to do paint parties on canvas, ceramics, and wood. Those are the three main ways that I teach you to make paint party money. So if you have somebody every single month that comes back to you, and you're going to want to be able to go, okay, they're coming back. Let's do something else fun. Let's do ceramics this time. Some of my biggest parties have been ceramic parties. And some of y'all, they're like, not sure. And then you're like, holy crap, like I just made $2,000 for Christmas. We've had lots of people pay for their Christmas with paint party money and vacations. And Sue Ann says, do you always freehand your painting when teaching or do you use the tracer as well? I almost always use a tracer. The reason why is I create the painting first, I develop it, I design it, then I take a picture of it and I turn it into a tracer using Procreate. That's what I use to give to you. That's what I use to have ready for my painters. Remember, a paint party business is different than an art workshop. An art workshop or something like that where you're doing more intricate designs. Remember, my biggest words at a paint party are going to be swoosh. You're going to swoosh it. You're going to blob it. The reason why is it is not a hardcore art lesson. So all of these paintings are on-trend paintings that are easy to do. And y'all, I am over here, like, seriously, like when you see me go live on Texas Art and Soul, I'm trying to create another painting that you can use to make money. Like that is my goal when I'm going live and I'm doing a painting. I'm like, let me do something really cute so I can give it to you to make money. Let's see. Phoenix says, do you have extras on hands at parties just in case a few patrons bring a +1? Yes, Phoenix, always bring extra. So when you watch the party that I did, and that I show you, the in-person party that I did you see how we had extra set up and then we moved them away? I always would rather have extra set up just in case, so I'm not frantically setting them up. Then we could just slowly start putting those away as I'm walking around helping. And let's see. Angela says, can we have paint parties where they paint on objects? Oh, and those of y'all, I see tons of people signing up. So exciting. So welcome. Oh my gosh. All of y'all that signed up. Connie Long, welcome. Thank you for trusting me. I'm so excited to help you. And Angela says, can we have paint parties where they paint on objects like a board or cutout, or would canvas be better? Angela, yes. Door hangers. That's why, anytime you can do something different. We talk about doing pallet boards. We talk about doing ceramics. We talk about doing canvas. I teach you and also myself make money doing paint parties with all of those. And let's see. Where's my next question? Oh, Debbie says, do you always use 16 by 20? No, Debbie, I mix it up. Holly says, how do you book the paint parties out of town? Oh my gosh, the same exact way. So when I was traveling to Florida, I found a friend of mine who goes to church, and I said, hey, do you have somebody that you could recommend for the women's retreat? Then I messaged them and said, hey, I'm coming into town, would love to do a women's retreat paint party. And you can totally do that. Let's see, Patty says, do you ever find that the lighting in restaurant paint parties location is too dark? What do you do, Patty? This is a funny story. Okay, so one time I started a paint party outside on a patio, but I did not know that they did not have. Oh, and I'm going to do a couple more prizes too. And I did not know that they did not have outdoor lighting. We started the paint party before sunset. And then by the time we were done with the paint party, we were all painting with our flashlights on our phones. I felt so bad that I offered to give a refund for every single person that came. There was about 12 people at that party. And I literally was like, I'm so sorry. I will refund your money. Like, I felt so bad. They were so sweet. They were laughing. I'm telling you, that's the importance of building relationships. When it's different than just like, come in, I'm going to take your money and I'm going to teach you a paint party and you're going to do this painting and goodbye. No, when you build a relationship, people give you grace. Like, again, like I said at the beginning, it's like your friends are coming to paint with you and you just so happen to get to hang out with them and also get paid, which is awesome. But when you do that, people give you grace. When you are kind, people are kind back. So I want you to remember that. So yes, Patty, I did that. And so now I always check for lighting. Always. When I go to that restaurant, I actually bring extra lighting. Lori says, how much do you charge for online paint parties? Lori, I charge anywhere from $10 to $15 for online paint parties. Online paint parties, you need to make sure you're building an audience. You have to have people to sell to before you can sell. So you need to know that it does take a little bit more time to do online paint parties. Okay, we have so many people that signed up. I want to welcome Pamela. Oh my gosh, Pamela, thank you. And Cindy, we have Gwen, we have Pamela, we have Linda, we have Alla. Guys, when you get in there, again, we are going to be getting you into the Facebook group. So basically you sign up, you're going to get an email from us. If you don't see it, your very first objective is to pretend like you're on an Easter egg hunt. Go check your spam folder, your promo folder, because a lot of times that first initial email will get sent to the wrong folder. I want you to go hunt it like an Easter egg. I want you to grab it, and then I want you to go ahead and request to join the Paint Party Headquarters private Facebook group. You're going to immediately get access to everything. Like, you're going to have access to all the stuff in that website that I showed you. When you get in there, your homework is to watch the welcome video. It's 10 minutes long. Then I want you to find an accountability group, okay? And it tells you how to do it in that welcome video. Kathy says, and you can do kits also. Yes, Kathy, we teach you how to do kits inside a paint party headquarters. Patricia says, oh, and I'm going to announce a few more prizes. Thank y'all so much for being here. For those of you that are not ready to take this next step, it's okay. Be okay with that. And know that, you know, it's been awesome and you've learned a lot, and that's okay if you're not ready. But if you are ready, I am so excited. And churches, so don't sell, like if you can't do it at a church like area, you could totally do it in a fellowship hall. But I usually, when I go to churches, I don't like bring stuff to sell at the church. So if I'm doing like a women's retreat, so for example, how many of y'all have ever signed up for like a women's retreat or a couples date night or anything like that? Really, you're doing that kind of stuff in a fellowship hall or something like that. And then when I do things at a church, I do not ever like all of a sudden like sell kits or anything extra like that. Let's see. Patricia says, what if you don't get enough people to sign up to make a profit? Do you cancel? Patricia, I have like a minimum. So my minimum is 4 people. So for example, and remember, do not discount small parties, okay? So if you're at a restaurant or you're at, for example, a country club and you only have 4 people sign up, go ahead and have that party. And I don't do it if it's under 4 people because then it gets a little awkward. Some people are okay with it, but I do not do it if it's under 4 people. So I've had a party before where it was 4 people and I almost canceled, but it was just like half a mile from my house. And I'm like, you know what? It was at a frame shop. I set it up because again, I have painted in a barn. I have painted in a framing shop. I have painted in a gymnastics. I have painted in country clubs. Like if there is a place to paint, I have done it. I've done parties outside at parks. I've done parties. I mean, you name it. I have been there. And so what I want you to know is that if yours a party of 4, you cannot discount small parties because that party of 4 not only has had me a recurring person who has come to my local parties that's at a restaurant, but she also hired me for a private party that was at her mom's house. And then they ended up tipping me like $75 on top of what I did. So I got my amount for $35 a person plus a $75 tip. So never discount parties, like small parties. And also sometimes you need to get your feet wet. Colleen asked, what is a reverse paint party? Colleen, we talk about that inside a paint party headquarters. Basically, it's where you build your audience on your face by doing Facebook Live so that you can do online paint parties. And then you can do a reverse paint party where literally like during September, October, November, December, there were many of us that, for example, would paint a ceramic. And it's called a reverse paint party. It's just something I made up. I think it's clever. Reverse paint party. It's in the moment of being trademarked. Reverse paint party where you paint, like, for example, a ceramic Christmas tree. I'm teaching you to paint it. And I say, hey, if you want to buy this art kit, I have a PayPal link. You can click it, buy it for $55, and I'm going to ship this to you so that you can paint it. And so that's a reverse paint party strategy. Okay, Allison asked, do you need a tax ID? Okay, Allison, yes, you want to get signed up for a DBA. It's called Doing Business As, and you can get a tax ID. Those of you that are unsure of the tax part of this, I want to be very transparent with you. I do not teach the tax side of things, okay? I know you can do a ton of write-offs because it's a business. What I do teach you, and we do have like a tax talk inside of Paint Party headquarters, but I can teach you every single thing there is about doing a paint party business. But when it comes to taxes, I know my skill set. And so I recommend going to a trusted CPA in your state, in your area, and they can tell you all the bells and whistles for taxes. And Kim says, can we pay monthly and then pay for a year at a later date? Yes, Kim. If you want to start with monthly and then you're like, hey, I'd like to go ahead and get a year paid and commit, definitely can totally do that. And then we have Heather who says, so here's another place besides Facebook to access the designs. Yes, there is. So Heather, If you don't want to access the designs through Facebook, we have an entire website just devoted to you that has a login. Your login is going to come with you to your email where you can click to go ahead and get your login and password, and you can start binge watching a ton of trainings. I do want to recommend really quick. Y'all are going to be overwhelmed, hopefully in a good way. But you need to remember that there is a lot of information. Don't get in there and binge watch everything all night and then go, oh, this is too much. No, just know the next step. And if you already know how to paint, your next step is only to send that message if you're ready to book a party. So you know what to do next. You don't need to wait with every little thing. Like, there is so much in there, and I am constantly giving, but I have to rein myself in, because if you haven't noticed in the past 2.5 days, I tend to overshare. Anybody agree with that? I tend to overshare just a little. I mean, yesterday I was oversharing that I had to go to the bathroom. I overshare. That's my personality. You either love it about me or you hate it about me, and you're probably already tuned out. So if you're here, you probably still love that I overshare. But with oversharing, you have to be careful and know, am I ready for this training? If I'm not going to do art kits, then should I watch the art kit training? No. If I'm not ready to do online paint parties, should I watch the online paint party training? No. It will be there. It's like AAA. When you need it, it will be there. But you don't need to watch stuff that you're not ready for. You need to know what is your next step. Okay, so Tracy, oh my gosh, we have more people that joined. So Tracy, welcome. Kyrie, welcome. Shirley, Danny, Connie, Karen, oh my gosh. Again, I do not take this lightly. I want to say thank you so much. I'm so excited. If you want to sign up, go ahead and click the link to sign up. Again, you can cancel at any time. We're not holding anybody hostage. But I do want to say, when you sign up for something like this, you want to give yourself grace, give yourself time to learn it, and give yourself a chance to make a goal, but also almost have an orientation period, because you're going to get in there. You're going to find an accountability group. You're going to probably find some of your very best friends inside this group, because as much as Bobby knows about paint parties, because it's been our life for the past 13 years and still is, as you saw last night, is still a huge encompassing part of our life. And Bobby doesn't want to talk about paint parties. Bobby doesn't want to sit with me across from coffee and talk paint parties. Guess who I get to talk to with paint parties? You, because we live it, breathe it, love it. So you're going to find some of your favorite people inside this group. Lisa asked, do you refund no-shows for a party? So Lisa, I have a refund policy of 24 hours. So some paint parties, depending on what it is, like last night was a big event and I said no refunds from the beginning. So you can have a policy when they sign up that says no refunds. If people are sick and they're really sometimes you just get sick and I'm like, yeah, I'll give you a refund. But people need to let me know. They need to contact me and let me know. But you can have that policy. If it's a no-show, no, don't give a refund. But have that in your wording when they sign up. And we teach you how to set all that up. Linda says, what do the restaurants get out of this? Do you offer percentage? Do you have to rent their rooms? Linda, great question. The restaurants get a busy, packed house on a slow night. So I end up bringing 10 to 50 ladies on a slow night where they normally would have 12 customers. I bring 50 customers, and we use a space that normally is not full. So that's why the script says teach on a slow night. Also, you do not want to have a very cheap, inexpensive party. When I mean that, if you're only charging $10, $15, you are going to draw a crowd that does not want to pay for dinner, that does not want to buy a drink. They're going to want the water. They're going to want and I get that. Everybody has a certain budget. but you are providing an experience. When you go to the movies, how much do you pay to go see a movie? It's freaking expensive. This is way cheaper than a movie and way more fun. So what's going to happen is when you have $35 for your paint party, you're going to have a crowd that can pay for the paint party and also pay for food and drinks and be happy doing so. Because if you bring a restaurant full of people that you only charge $15 for them to get in, what's going to happen is they're not going to order any food. Do you think that restaurant's going to have you back? No, they will not have you back. They will not want you to come back. I have relationships with restaurants where I can literally text and go, hey, can I book a party in 3 weeks? Sure. What night do you want? And we know, I mean, I have that kind of rapport and that relationship. And so you want to build that relationship. Also, guys, treat your restaurants with respect. Treat your country clubs with respect. Get to know the people, because when you do an event like that, now you've built in, like I have in my notes, who the bartenders are, who the servers are. So I can go, hey, hey, Curtis, good to see you again. How's your son? What's going on? So that we pick up where we left off the last party. So that every time I go to book a party, I know it's just a text away, a phone call away. And then that's money in my account. Let's see. And Dawn says, do you have a script or plan for online? Yes, Dawn. Actually, we do. We, helped many of you pivot. Yes, you have to build your online business page, but I help you do that. I show you all the steps in here. Okay, Julie says, I have made so much money over the holiday season from Heidi's drop ship training. It's in Paint Party headquarters. Julie, okay, so Julie, I love you so much. She is actually a part of, Paint Party headquarters team. She's taught over 500 paint parties herself. And Julie is in Paint Party headquarters, and she's a huge part. You'll get to see and know her a lot. And we introduced the drop shipping this past season. And like she said, she's made so much from that. Jeanette says, how do you decide where to ask about using a venue? Guys, there's so many choices. What I would recommend is thinking about all the places in your town, whether it's a church, whether it's a community center, whether it's a park, whether it's a VFW, whether it's a gymnastics center. The place where my husband's coaching right now, I've taught paint parties there for years, kids parties. We would do a kid and jump party where they would do trampoline jumping and come do painting. The sky is the limit. You can literally teach a paint party anywhere. Like I said, I have taught a paint party in a barn, pretty much in a horse barn. It was really cool too. Let's see. Susan says, PPHQ, do you learn how to set up a business page? Yes, I teach you how to set up a Facebook business page. I'm going to answer. Okay, I know it's late. I'm going to answer about 3 or 4 more questions. So let's go ahead and answer those. Adrian says, what if they want to charge you a fee? What is a fair fee they should charge for you to use their facility? Adriana, so I have a country club that I go to every quarter. This country club takes 20%, but they do all the marketing. They do all of the emails. They do every single thing. I literally just have the flyer that we make for you. I use the same one, and I just send that to the country club. So like on Monday, I was supposed to get with her about getting my summer parties booked. And they do all of the marketing. They put it on their marquee. They put it in their magazine. We have like a weekly a monthly magazine that goes out. And they do all of that. And I'm like so happy to give 20% because I don't have to touch the marketing on that. So if you have a country club that takes like a 10 or a 20% fee for that, if they're going to do the marketing, A-okay with me. Totally okay with me, because they're going to email out, they're going to blast out. But restaurants, I don't pay any restaurants because I'm going on a slow night and I'm bringing them business. And if you do it right, like I said, they're going to want you back every time. Let's see. Dawn says, how would you approach it with a church? So churches, those of you that want to do women's events, all you do is just say, hey, my name is Heidi and I teach paint parties. I would love to talk to you about doing a women's event. Do you have time to talk this week? Same structure. And sometimes they'll do women's events. Sometimes they'll have the women actually go to the restaurant. You can do all different kinds of ways. Again, there are 1,000 ways to do this. I'm just going to help mentor you and teach you every way I've done it, because I've taught thousands of people. And so I'm going to be able to teach you how to do this. Rhonda says, so do you reuse the paintbrushes? You don't give them to the people? No, I do not give the paintbrushes to the people unless they have bought a paint kit or an art kit. Then it's being shipped to them. Oh, yes, I always tip the servers. Always tip the servers. Also, if I have a big party, I try to tip them a lot bigger too. And then also remind your guest to tip the servers, okay? Make sure you say, don't forget to tip your servers. You know, so-and-so has been so great. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's go ahead and tip them. You know, make sure you remind them, because again, those servers are going to be like, yeah, that was great. Oh my gosh, I want to work when she's working because I know she's going to bring all of these people. Yeah, hotels. Guys, go ahead and put in the chat. I see a ton of y'all saying, you know, I have it at a hotel. I have it here. I have it there. So go ahead and put where that's at, where you have yours. I'm going to answer just a few more. And Joyce says, what about paying in taxes? And Joyce, again, you want to contact a local trusted CPA. You can write off this training every month. $37 training that you're paying for Paint Party Headquarters, that can be part of your write-off. And again, you want to talk to your tax person, but there is so much stuff that you can write off because you're doing a business and you're doing it. You know, when you do a business the right way, there's a lot of things that you can do. But again, I can teach you everything there is about paint parties, but when it comes to taxes, I kind of keep that in the CPA realm because I want y'all to not get thrown in jail. I am not a tax accountant. I go to a CPA. Okay, let's see. Michelle says, and then I'm going to add one more, and then I'll just remind you your next steps for those of y'all that want to take action and be a part of Paint Party Headquarters. And y'all, especially, you know, I know a lot of y'all are like, yes, you know, tip your servers. Of course. Some of y'all have had parties in an Avon store. Very cool. I love seeing where y'all have parties because you seriously can have parties anywhere. I've had them everywhere. I promise. It's crazy where you can have a paint party. And Lori says, how do you sign up? Okay, great question, Lori. So if you want to sign up, we are posting the link. What happens is you are going to go to this link. Okay, so here's where you go. So what I want you to do is go ahead and click that link. When you click that link, what's going to happen is you're going to, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, I lost it. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so whenever you click this link, what you're going to do is you're going to have an option. You can either do the monthly membership for $37, which y'all, it will never raise for you. It will be $37 for as long as you want to be in Paint Party Headquarters learning from me. And like I said, you have access to all the designs I create. Plus, and like I said, the community is worth that in gold. But the designs I do, you're going to have access to all of that. If you want to do a year, you get a month free. So that means you are committing to a year. You are giving yourself a year to get this going. Success takes time. Learning something new takes time. But here's the thing. When you sign up, this price is not going to go up. So whenever I open this to everybody, like I said, this is just being open to y'all in the boot camp. When we do our big opening in May, it'll be our 3-year anniversary. We have 2,000 members inside of Paint Party Headquarters that are all helping each other grow their paint party businesses. Whenever we open up in May, that will be the last time we ever have it at 37. So for those of y'all that are like, you know, I want in this, but I'm just not sure. Remember, if you do the 1 year, you're going to get a month free. So you're dedicating yourself to a year. You're giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. You know that you're going to do this, and it's going to last for, hey, you want to say hi? Bobby's home. Y'all want to say hi to Bobby? The man behind the hold on, let me stop this. There he is.
Hello, everybody.
So they told me that you did really good.
Awesome.
They said you did. Because I was like, I was like living it, but I wasn't seeing what you did. Like I just kind of, what you told me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, did he do a good job? Let me know. And they all said he did great. So thank you.
Oh.
I know. I was like, you can't really do this, business for 13 years and not have it. I mean, he's set up so many paint parties for me and cleaned up. I mean, sometimes you would come early and set up, and then I would text you, and then he would come back to help me clean up.
Yeah.
Thankfully. Yeah. He actually unloaded the car last night and put everything back in the art studio and
washed all the brushes.
He washed, how many brushes were there? 150? No, over 200.
A lot of brushes.
Yeah. I was in the brainstorming session earlier with Paint Party Headquarters earlier today. And I went downstairs to get a drink and I was like, oh, thank goodness. All the brushes were washed. I was like, because Pixie, she does it, but she doesn't do as good of a job. Bobby does a great job.
Protect the investment.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I see all the great comments. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going on 24 years marriage this summer. Can you believe that?
It goes by fast.
We were kids.
Yeah, definitely.
We were kids.
Very blessed.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up and I'll be done in just a second.
All right.
Bye, guys. Thanks for saying hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, yeah. They said best $37 plus you get Bobby. Yeah. Okay, so whenever you sign up, guys, what you're gonna do is click the link. And so let's say you decide you want to do a whole year and you just want to get the month free. Whenever you sign up, it's going to bring you here and then you're not going to get charged again until next year. So if you decide next year, you're like, it's not for me, you can cancel. If you decide that you want to do the monthly, again, remember, like you can't just come in for a month and go, of course you can leave at any time. You're not being held hostage. That's not how this works. You can cancel at any time. But I want you to remember when you start a new job, there's always a period of adjustment. There's always a period of learning. You have got to give yourself time to learn. You can't just come in and just, think, oh, magic, it's happened. No, you've got to give yourself that time to learn. So go ahead, put your name, your email. You're going to go ahead and create your login and your password right here so you can go ahead and log in and see all of the trainings. Tomorrow, we will get you inside of the Facebook group. So tomorrow, let's see, I bet we probably already have some people waiting that have joined tonight. So, yes, so we have member requests. We already have some of y'all waiting to join. So what I want y'all to do is know that tomorrow we're going to be getting you in here, getting you settled, and then you can go ahead and get all adjusted where you need to go. And so that's what's going to happen. So that is it. So what I want you to do, so y'all remind me of my husband and myself. We were high school sweethearts and also have been married for 35 years. Wow, congratulations. That is amazing. 30 years and happily married. I know, I can't believe, I got married 2 weeks after I turned 18. So we have been married for a long time. We've literally grown up together. And we didn't have Pixie till we were married almost 9 years. So we had a lot of time with just us trying to figure out life. And 50-year anniversary. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. I think of double that. That's a long time. That's a long time. Okay, awesome. Okay, so for all of y'all that joined, I just want to say welcome. Again, for those of you that did not join, it's okay. I love getting to know you. I love getting to know you about your families, all of that great stuff. And those of y'all that are like, well, I don't have a husband or a wife, or maybe I do, but they're not supportive. That's why we're here. We talked about it on night 1 about the people out there that are, you tell them about this. You're excited. Like a lot of you that are excited about Paint Party Headquarters, protect your dreams. It is okay not to go vomit that to everybody. Hey, I'm going to do paint parties and blah, blah, blah. protect your dreams, start learning, start growing. And then as you start to do paint parties, naturally, they're going to be like, dang, okay, what's going on? Let's talk about that. So come here, be excited here, and then know that as you grow, especially those of you that do not have a support system, we are going to be your support system. You can ask questions in that Facebook day or night, and there is somebody, whether it's us or the team or somebody else in Paint Party headquarters, that is there getting ready to answer questions. So I am excited to help you. I hope you have had as much fun as we have. We have had a blast with you. I am so excited to just take your hand and help you through these next steps. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a part of this Paint and Business Bootcamp. Thank you for all of you that are joining us inside of Paint Party headquarters. It is a wild ride, but it is a fun one. And I'm so excited to help you and teach you. So for all of y'all, just I appreciate you. I am honored that you trusted me to help you. And if you missed any of the last 2 nights, go back and watch. You're going to see everything. So I want to share more with you, and I'm excited to share with y'all. So excited. And all of y'all that are brand new, remember, we are going to get you into the Facebook groups, and then we are going to, if there's any questions, if you are lost, if you are not sure what is going on, just email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com or support@texasartandsoul.com, and we will get you settled, get you in the right place, and hang on tight. Remember, don't binge watch everything at once. You will get overwhelmed. You will want to go throw up, and we don't want that. Okay, take it step by step. All right, guys, I am going to go see Bobby, see how his day was, and I hope y'all had a great time, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, bye, guys. let's have some fun. Bye, guys.